Hey friends, I wanted to come and just share a little bit of history with you. My name is Rebecca Allen Jones. I am A.A. Allen's great granddaughter. And there's been lots of questions about this property that we're trying to save, the Miracle Valley property where A.A. Allen's ministry base was. You'll have to excuse me, I am on my phone just talking to you raw and real. And so a little bit of shake or wind is just real life, isn't it? I am wanting to share with you just a quick, brief synopsis, I guess, in this particular video of the history of the property. So, in the early 1900s, the Leindecker family actually came and laid claim to land in the valley. They're just by the border of Mexico. It's between Sierra Vista and Bisbee in Arizona. And they laid claim to some land after some real effort in their family. And over time, that money that land was switched over to their children's hands, three sons. And then in time, one of the sons, Urban Leindecker, he donated a very large plot of about 1,400 acres to A. Allen Revivals Incorporated, which was for the purpose of ministry. And so that was a plot of land that is just to the right of where the Bible College is. And it was not as much land as they felt that they needed for the ministry. And so A. Allen and my great grandma Lexi, they decided to purchase some extra land. And so there was a few different plots over the course of some discussion. And Benjamin Leindecker, a brother of Urban, he sold a few other parcels. And one of those is the land that we're talking about here, where Miracle Valley Bible College, as a lot of people refer to it as, are located. And that's where the ministry was. And this was a huge operation. Across the street, one of the parcels was actually turned into the housing development, Miracle Valley Estates. And that was because there was about 150 different workers that came, and they needed a place to live. And so Miracle Valley was established as a town in 1958 by my great-grandpa A. Allen. And in doing that, it was a really special time in history where God was doing some great things. The civil rights movement wasn't yet started, and my great grandpa was really helping with that by really treating everyone with love, regardless of where he went, and refusing segregation in his meetings, even though it was illegal. And he was being threatened with prison when he would go to those places with his tent and pitch it and preach the gospel and share the love of God with people and pray for the sick and see them recover and all of those things. And so from this place, it meant that they could move their headquarters from Dallas, Texas to Miracle Valley, Arizona, that had been established. And in that location, they popped up this Bible college and the church there locally, which was Miracle Revival Fellowship. And there was a dairy, there was agricultural growing of all sorts of plants. God gave my great-grandpa some really great ideas about agriculture that really helped introduce some things into agricultural farming into the state of Arizona, which was amazing. So pecans and peaches and things like that people didn't believe would grow in the area. And while he was doing ministry, he was actually building a very sustainable ranch, Miracle Valley Ranch, that there was cattle, probably around 100 to 200 cattle, and maybe 50 or so horses, sometimes up to 100 horses. And they would break the horses in and take them back to market and help with the costs of the ministry. And there was also so all of this stuff was being grown, and that stuff was all of the stuff that was being grown was actually being feeding people in the cafeteria. So people would come and eat, and they would can the peaches, and they would do all of this farming and put it into the warehouses, and they would be fed for all through the winter and all of that. And it was a really, really special time there. But there was also in the back, there was a huge warehouse and all of the offices, administrative offices, in the publishing house. And out of the publishing house was 55 million pieces of literature every year. It was a huge operation. Over 50 books that my great-grandpa published and authored, and there was tracts and all kinds of documentation that would go out from there, and as well as the record label. So there was a huge record label, and obviously all of the stuff to do with TV and radio. It was a huge operation, and from there he was able to have a major impact on America and beyond into other parts of the world, and even incorporated into the Philippines, where there was a Bible college there as a sort of extension of what was going on. And there was over 45,000 people who were being equipped by this correspondence Bible college, and even there locally as well. So just amazing stuff that happened during that time. And the ministry was very, very special. It was very huge and quite a big operation. And then in about June 1970, that's when my great-grandpa passed away suddenly. It was obviously a sad and unexpected thing for him to pass away. And when he did, the ministry was they had Don Stewart take over for a season. Don Stewart then over time felt that God was calling him on to other things, and so the property was, just let that car pass. The property was then located into the hands of different individuals over time. So he loaned it to some people for about 20 years, and it was used as a Bible college by those people, and then it handed into other hands, and it's been owned by a few organizations that perhaps just didn't have the capacity, because it was a huge operation. And I think that each piece of the puzzle, every person over these years that has looked after it has done their best. And I can certainly say that I'm grateful for everyone's effort to preserve this property. But ultimately, it's something that takes a huge sort of army of people, and it's not something that can be done alone. And we are doing our best to look after the property. What we are going to do is make an offer to purchase, and we're asking for the opportunity to purchase as family members. And we've got a nonprofit that we've organized. You can check it out online. It's miraclevalley.oasiscenter.com. That's miraclevalley.oasiscenter.com. So we've built this nonprofit in order to house the purchase of this, and we're going to need money. We're going to need people. We need help right now, and what we're doing right now is just trying to remove the threat of demolition, which has been the issue currently that the county has been threatening with, because over time, in recent months, just in April last year, it was taken into the hands of the state, and the county had recently threatened to demolish the church building, the tabernacle, and that's that iconic domed building that everyone loves. And it really is a very special and unique historic property that should be preserved. But my organization is not looking to just turn it into a museum. This should be used by God. It should be able to be a blessing to the community, and it should benefit the community. It should benefit those who want to come and just soak in everything that's going on there. It's not able to be visited right now because it is owned by the state and is closed up, but would you consider supporting us and helping us to get past this period of time? We need to have more finances than we do. We need to have volunteers to help us. You don't have to be in the local area for that. And so just check out the website, have a look at what we need in terms of volunteer help and any of that kind of stuff, and just see if you want to dive in with us. There's a petition that you can sign. there's things that you can do to make sure that your voice is heard and that you're able to affect change during this important time. And we're going to do our best to ensure that the Board of Supervisors of the county do not illegally demolish these buildings. They've threatened first the church building and then to move on to others. And that's something that is against the law because it is considered to be potentially historic. It has to go through checks and balances, and right now they're not allowed to pursue demolition. So what we need to do is make sure that they're aware of that and that they cannot pursue that, and then encourage them to let go of that property so it can be purchased. We would love to purchase it. We really feel like God has put it on our hearts to do that. And I couldn't tell you how much we love this property. It's hard to put it into words. It is such a special thing, but this isn't something for just you and me and a few people. This is something that needs to be shared. So share this video, spread the word, and let's see God do another miracle in Miracle Valley. I'm excited about what God's doing. My organization, the volunteers who are joining us, we are excited. We're seeing God do amazing things for this property, and we're really excited to be able to partner with the county and with other people to see this place actually be restored into a beautiful property that can be used in a really positive way and provide jobs and opportunities and facilities for the local community and for those who want to come with their friends or with their family or with their church groups or anything like that. So check out the website to learn more about what our vision is, and then that's at miraclevalleyOasisCenter.com, and you can figure out how you can get plugged in and help, and just dive in. You can learn about us. We're on there on the About page. The latest has more information about how you can understand what's going on right now. We are keeping it updated, and get on our email list on there so that you can keep up to date on everything that happens. I really appreciate you being on this journey with us. Please click the share button and let's spread the word and see God do a great miracle once again.